Hey guys, it's me Suja over here. Welcome back to another video. So on this video, I'm going to be talking about are Thai people friendly to all foreigners? So before I jump the gun, I just want to make a quick disclaimer that I've been traveling to Thailand for many years now. So primarily Bangkok, I've been traveling for many years back and forth. And of course, I've been living in Vietnam for over 7 years, and I was in Pattaya for 1 month. So I thought of making this video. So my nationality is I'm from India. So I want to just share my experience, my interactions with Thai people. So firstly, if you're new to my channel, the name of my channel is called as Sujo in Vietnam. I've been living in Vietnam for over 7 years. I was an English teacher before for 4.5 years, and then I started my online digital marketing business. I'm also a full-time YouTuber, so if you're new to my channel, welcome to my channel. And do one favor, you can actually subscribe to my channel, and that way you can support my content. And don't forget to pick up the Sujoin Vietnam t-shirts. All right, so let me just have a bit of my midnight drink. So from my last video, I had mentioned that I was sick. So fortunately, I got my voice back, and it's right. I'm right now here in India. It's winter time, so it's pretty chilly outside, and yeah, I kind of have a bit of trouble sleeping around here in India. And of course, you can check out my Indian vlogs. Um, so yeah, I mean, cleaning my nose. Okay. All right. So I just want to talk about this topic. Like, just want to share my experience because I've been to Bangkok so many times, and that is actually one of my favorite cities in Thailand. I did stay in Pattaya. I was there for a month. You can check out my Pattaya vlogs. You can check out my Thailand vlogs, right? Um, but Pattaya for me was a completely different ball game altogether, and it's more into the beach and everything. Don't get me wrong, I love the beach and everything, but it was extremely very hot for me to live in Pattaya, and of course, I did find Pattaya to be a bit expensive compared to Bangkok because the culture in Pattaya is always drinking, or I do see all the time myself going to the ATM, taking out money, which you wouldn't be surprised to see most expats doing that in Pattaya, especially if you're in touristy locations. Always, ATM is your best friend. So let's talk about. So I'm going to be talking on Bangkok because since I've been traveling back and forth to Bangkok for so many years now. So as an Indian, how do I feel about? I mean, do I feel that Thai people are friendly to all foreigners? Don't get me wrong. Like I've had good experiences in Thailand, and also I've had not so very good experiences in Thailand. So when I talk about not so very good experiences, is I always felt like I was being discriminated because of my nationality. I had faced a bit of racism in Thailand because I was an Indian, you know. Um, so in general, overall, Thai people are very accepting um, people, um, but I don't think all foreigners are fully welcomed. I mean, are fully treated properly in Thailand, and especially let's take Bangkok as an example, and especially if you're going to be hanging around in the touristy locations like Sukhumvit, Asok, and also the red light district, Nana. Personally, I don't like to when I go to Bangkok. I don't like to stay at touristy locations. Firstly, it's very expensive, so I like to stay somewhere around, away from the tourist location. I like to stay around, locations like Bangwa, Bangna, Lat Prao. These are good locations for me to stay. I remember when I first went to Thailand, I stayed at Lakrabang for a month. That was close to the airport. I mean, it was a completely different vibe, close to the pagoda. So every evening I would go to the pagoda 5 p.m. And just sit there, and all the monks would be chanting. So that was a completely very unique experience, and that was a very beautiful experience for me to get exposed to Thailand. And which I highly recommend. Like if you're coming first time to Thailand, and if you really want to experience the true Thailand, stay somewhere away from the tourist locations where you don't have a lot of backpackers. And like you can go to Chiang Mai, or you can stay somewhere which is a very local Thai community. Especially close to the pagodas, temples, and everything. So yeah, Chiang Mai, I would love to go. Because I've never been to Chiang Mai because I've been to Bangkok so many times. Um, so yeah, so I've had good experiences. Like, see, you need to understand the whole environment of Thailand revolves around tourism, right? Money talks in Thailand. So my personal experience is like I'm a coffee lover. And I also love smoothies. And also, of course, I love going to the malls in Bangkok. So it's basically what I find is all spending culture, which is normal. And but yes, everything is like a financial transaction. So like all the time when you give money, they will be like kapkun ka, you know. So that level of courtesy is there. Yes, I did have some experiences where I was not treated properly in a few 7-Elevens, where, like the 7-Eleven staff, there are a lot of 7-Elevens in Thailand, especially in Bangkok, right? So every 5 minutes you'll have a lot of 7-Elevens, right? Sorry, it's a bit noisy outside. I'm still in India, right? So there are a lot of 7-Elevens. So sometimes I see that like certain foreigners who come to 7-Eleven, they're greeted by the staff, and certain types of foreigners, like maybe Indians, or maybe who have dark brown skin, or a darker complexion or whatever, they're not treated at all. They're not greeted when you enter the store, right? I think now it's changed in 7-Eleven. They have the automatic welcome, or welcome or whatever. Um, because that was my last experience in Bangkok, which I was there, right? So I kind of felt like, and sometimes, like the 7-Eleven, some of those young 7-Eleven girls, Thai girls, they'll be really short with me. Now, what I mean is outright rude sometimes, like 50 baht, 60 baht or something. And sometimes they don't give you the packet or whatever. If I buy like maybe 300 baht or 500 Thai baht worth of goodies from 7-Eleven, they don't bother to give me a packet. So I have to say, can you give me a packet? Then they'll look at each other and, like whatever. And they'll charge me, I think, 1 baht or something. I don't know. Um, so, and yeah, sometimes like in hotels, right? I've had some bad experiences in a few hotels in Bangkok where the staff would be rude, the reception lady would be rude to me. They would cut down the internet connection in my room. I would call the receptionist. Happened to me a couple of times. I won't name the hotels, and this has happened to me in Pattaya as well. It was like pretty shocking. And the reception lady said, "You come to the lobby and you work on your laptop. You'll find internet here." And I would say, "I'm a paying guest. I should be having internet in my room." some blah blah excuse, we don't have internet for a couple of days or whatever. So like maybe targeting specific guests, cutting down the internet for that room or whatever, because I like to live a digital nomad lifestyle. So my work is basically all online. So I've had that kind of experience. I even had an experience where I've stayed in many hotels, like, like two-star hotels in Bangkok, like, just to rack up some Agoda points and, become a platinum member, which I am. Like sometime, one time I was staying in a hotel where the lady said you need to pay for the internet 50 baht per day. So I was like, it was a bit funny. I never had this kind of experience in Vietnam because Vietnam, everything is, there's a lot of Wi-Fi everywhere. I don't need to, and it was a big pain in the ass. Like, if I go to Thailand, if I don't have a SIM card, if I don't get a DTAC or a True SIM or whatever, it's very difficult for me to get free Wi-Fi. So because when I try to log in, try to log in, they're always asking for a local Thai SIM number for the OTP verification and all that stuff. So the only hack which I do is sometimes I go to Starbucks and I try to log into the free Wi-Fi, right? Put in your passport detail and everything. So some type, I mean, like in general, don't get me wrong, but in general, like as an Indian, most Thai people, they do have, they're not very fond of Indians in general. I mean, which I find most Thai people, they do have that certain dislike. I mean, I wouldn't blame them because, most of the Indian tourists, previously, not right now, previously, like a couple of years back or many years back, they've come to Thailand, they've misbehaved, and especially in Pattaya. You can check out my Thailand vlogs. Like why do some Indians behave badly in Pattaya? So those kind of negative images have experiences have impacted the Thai people in general. I mean, don't get me wrong, Thai people are not stupid. They know who's an Indian and who's not an Indian. Of course, Africans also, like I'm talking about Nigerians and everything, they also have a negative, um, they also have a negative, like Thai people view them, also in a very negative way in general. Like they think like they're into some drugs and all that kind of thing. I've had, like very good Nigerian friends, like my first 2 years when I was staying in Vietnam, I was staying at Gobap district where I started my teaching career. So they were in textile business, legitimate business people, no shady business. So I mean, they were very nice people. So I never had any kind of negative impacts. But yes, Indians in general are kind of viewed negatively. I've had experiences where I've done the social experiment when I was traveling in the Bangkok metro, because I take when I'm traveling when I'm in Bangkok, I extensively use a lot of Grab and also use the BTS. So sometimes, I do like to ask some questions like, is this going to the station or whatever? So I've had a few bad experiences when I asked some Thai guy, he was like, no, 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 whatever. Or maybe he didn't know English or maybe whatever, but I mean, you can like fucking have a little smile on your face, sorry, no English or whatever. And this one, yeah, it's happened to me a couple of times as an Indian tourist in Thailand. Like they were like, sorry, no English. There's a very wrong misconception. Like foreigners think that Thailand is an English-speaking country. That's so wrong. Like I was in Philippines. I stayed there for 5 years. My ex-wife was Filipino. Yeah, Philippines is definitely an English-speaking country. Hands down, I was in different parts of Philippines. Remote cities, even the villages. Like people speak English. But in Thailand, The issue which I have is I have issues with navigation. Like when I'm navigating around Bangkok, I mean, of course, now I'm kind of well versed, using the BTS and everything, the metro, but it's just that um, not everything is in English and it's all in Thai. Sometimes you have some challenges, and maybe the Google Maps not functioning properly, doesn't give you the right GPS. Sometimes I've had experiences where I take the cab and he takes me to the opposite direction and he charges me like 300 baht, so I get scammed out there. And this has happened to me one time when I came to Bangkok and I took the taxi from the airport and I needed to go to the city, but he was taking me to Pattaya. So fortunately, I knew that and already it became like 1,000 baht. I was like, bro, where are you taking me? And he was like smoking, and he was like chilling around. I kept my so like when you are in Thailand, always keep your cool, be relaxed, chill. Don't lose your shit because if you lose your shit, Thai people can take advantage of that and you can fall into bad trouble. So always keep that level of coolness, like the passport bro type element, which I like to follow. I never like to have any altercations with Thai people. I mean, I think it's the same, like even in Vietnam, like if, as a foreigner, try to avoid having altercations with the locals because, they can come up with their buddies and take care of you. They can jump on you, stomp on you, whatever it is. I mean, break some beer bottles on your head. Um, so yeah, I mean, but yes, like I've had good experiences also when I've stayed in, other Thai hotels, in hotels where the reception ladies, they'll be nice, polite. Um, and also, like, let me just touch base on this, touch base a bit about the Thai women, right? Um, so I've had experiences where um, Thai women are like they're nice generally because I have dated Thai women before, like back in the dating games, back in those olden days and all those things, right? So I never had any issues, but you got to understand that everything is a financial transaction in Thailand, right? So if you want to have a relationship with a Thai woman, and even if you're on Thai friendly or a premium member and she's working in a company or whatever, at some point she will ask you, can you take care of me? And then like you just ask her, like, you mean financially? And then maybe she can say to you that yes, because maybe my salary is not that high and maybe I may get unemployed soon or whatever. So there are also a lot of Thai women who are looking for financial supports. I mean, I'm talking I'm talking about plentiful, like about Thai women, like if you want to date a Thai woman. So it's very difficult to find like, um, it's very difficult to find a good Thai girl, right? It's like finding a needle in the haystack. So, so if you're coming to Thailand and if you want to meet a nice Thai girl or whatever, and if you have the Thai friendly app and if you're a premium member or whatever, chat with as many as possible. Try to just have a kind of a healthy conversation and see, who's actually not asking you for money or financial favors, because that's what you're gonna find a lot, especially on these online apps. Don't get me wrong, there are also Thai women who work in companies, good companies. They can take good care of themselves and they're actually genuinely looking out for a long-term relationship, serious relationship. Yes, you will also find a lot of broken Thai women, like in a sense, like they were married before, their foreign husband left her, or she had an abusive marriage before, and she's a single mother. So yeah, you will find a lot of broken Thai women, but my advice is, if you feel the connection with her and if you feel like she's very nice to you, she's caring for you, and she really wants to have a serious relationship with you, then you should not look into all those other elements, right? So you should, then you really found um, your true Thai partner, right? Like I said, the dating game in Thailand is like finding a needle in the haystack, right? Uh, and of course, I've read somewhere that Thai women cheat a lot, right? So they're kind of ranked, So don't get me wrong, like you don't know, like like if you're married to a Thai woman or if you're having a serious relationship with a Thai girl, I mean, long distance relationships, you don't know what happens. Maybe Friday night, or she's having a company meeting, or she's having a company event, or she's going to Chiang Mai for a company event or whatever. So, so it's just that what I'm saying is that just have that level of trust. But yes, Thai women do cheat a lot because, like I said, there are also a lot of foreigners who come to Thailand for sex tourism, and I mean, it would be wrong for me to say that, people, foreigners only come to Thailand for sex tourism. That's a wrong thing to say. But there are also expats, like, um, who come from different countries, like Americas, Europe, even from India. I've seen this before, like a old, like a Indian dude, like he's like he must be in his 50s or 55, maybe having two daughters back home in India, telling his wife, "I'm going for a business trip into Thailand." And I've seen this even in Vietnam, like holding hands with 18-year-old Vietnamese girls, Thai girls, walking around Nana and all that. All comes down to money, because she was like looking out for a sugar daddy. But he will never say to his wife that I'm going to Thailand for that. So trust me, this happens, right? So yeah, so I mean, yes, there have been also, like, as an Indian, I know that I do know that there are also Indian expats who get married to Thai women. They have families. Of course, that is a different story, because mutual understanding, long. I mean, being in a relationship and everything. But like, if you're really coming for like having a serious relationship with a Thai person, all that, you have to stay in Thailand for a few months, right? Don't expect that, okay, I'm going to be out there for 2 weeks, spend time with her, and then I'll fly back to Europe or wherever. Because chances are that, yes, because like I said, Thai women in general, they do cheat a lot, and you will never come to know about it, right? For them, maybe somebody told me, like some expat guy told me, I remember in Pattaya, like some Thai women, like, they change. They do have a lot of extramarital affairs, like candies, like like Monday with this guy, Tuesday with the other guy, or whatever. But yeah, so just take this into consideration, because as far as I'm concerned, if I talk about Vietnamese women in general are very loyal. Still recovering. Vietnamese women in general are still loyal, are very loyal and also traditional. Don't get me wrong, Thai women are also very loyal and traditional, right? So yeah, I mean, that's all I have to say. Like, as an Indian, if you're an Indian traveler going to Thailand, like, you can make your trip short, be there for a week or 2 weeks, enjoy yourself, But when it comes to long term stays, um, and if you're not white, and if especially if you're an Indian, you will have challenges. You will face racism and discrimination somewhere down the system, somewhere down the line, which I've experienced. And like I said, I'm not new to Thailand. I've been traveling to Thailand for many years. So, but in general, what I can say is overall, Thai people are nice. They're very accepting. Money talks in Thailand. Of course, you have the fake smile when you give them money and everything, but um, you can never be a part of that community, of that society, because you're an outsider. I think even other Asian people, I've seen some Asian YouTuber also talking about, like, he's like a Chinese Filipino. He's got the appearance and everything, but but he will never be like accepted in the Thai culture, because it's very difficult to integrate in that culture. So it takes time. People get to know you. Like, you need to spend a lot of time. If you really want to make a Thai friend or whatever, they need to know you for some time, right? So you need to be there for a few months, or maybe after a couple of months, they will know that he's kind of stable in Thailand. He doesn't go on and off or whatever. So they can try to take you out for local Thai family dinners and whatever with his or her family members. I don't know. I mean, but I'm just sharing my personal experience. Would love to hear your personal experience. And yes, the last thing which I want to say is that yes, you do have a lot of white privilege in Thailand. Um, like, how many bars, if you go to Nana Plaza, or if you go to like the touristy locations, even in Pattaya, how many bars you'll see Indians, drinking and all that. It's very, very, very rare to find, because the people who work in those bars, the young girls, staff girls, they would flash their menu more if the foreigner is a Caucasian, the white foreigner, because of the money, right? Yes, things have changed over time. Like, of course, Indians have also made a lot of money, but it takes time for that trust to develop between an Indian who's got good money and who's willing to spend. And if he's coming to that pub a few times, then of course the Thai staff would be very nice and welcoming, and because they know that this guy is going to spend money, right? It's not that like bunch of Indian guys together just sharing one drink. It's because we're like, even in Thailand and in Vietnam, I always see bunch of Indian guys being together, trying to haggle and being that cheap Charlie type guy, um, because if you're going to be living in Southeast Asia, especially Thailand and also Vietnam, expect to shell out money, right? Because that's how you earn your respect. So yeah, I hope I made some sense in this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I like to keep my channel straight up, no BS. I like to speak my mind. So not everybody's going to agree or disagree with what I got to say, but this is from my personal experience. So yeah, I mean, if you found this video to be, if you like watching this video, make sure to like the video and all the good stuff. You can additionally buy me a coffee to support my content. The link is down in the description below. And make sure to grab your Sujoin Vietnam t-shirts, hoodies. With that being said, this is me, Sujoy. Peace out.